So I did not watch all of this, but apparently there was a lot of shit that happened. The Oscars. Did you watch the Oscars?
I watched a bit of it.
You watched a bit of
I
it?
watched Robert Downey Jr. get his first Oscar.
His first?
Yeah.
That's it?
That's it.
Interesting.
He's been nominated 3 other times. Chaplin, Iron Man, and then Oppenheimer. And he won for Best Supporting Actor in Oppenheimer, and I felt real good for him, man, because
Well, Oppenheimer took home a lot.
Oppenheimer fucking cleaned up. Oppenheimer cleaned up.
But
Which is crazy because we all know how the story goes. You know, you weren't telling anything groundbreaking.
one there were a couple things that were really trending about the Oscars. One of them was Jimmy Kimmel and his rereading of a Trump tweet.
Correct.
Or a Trump truth.
A Trump truth.
Trump truth. That was all over X.
Yeah.
I saw something about Billie Eilish and
sure.
her performance.
Beautiful.
I didn't watch it.
Beautiful.
I saw a lot of people who was crying in the there was somebody crying in the audience.
I don't know, but I was close.
I think it was like fuck, I don't even know. I feel like it was another singer. Ariana Grande, maybe.
Might have been Ariana Grande. She's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I saw something weird during the Oscars.
Quick, tell me.
I saw a piece of paper for best costume just floating.
Oh, yeah, that's where I was going to go next. Yeah, so John Cena was the one holding that piece of paper.
Makes sense because I couldn't see him.
Couldn't see him. No, but yeah, so he came out butt naked, just with the envelope
And the barbecue sandals.
and yeah, just over his junk, right?
Over his dick.
And I thought it was actually, I understood why they did it. Obviously, like it's a very good play because he came out and he said, best costume, you know, costumes are important. They're probably the most important thing. And obviously, as he's standing up there butt ass naked, and that was a good way to present the Oscar.
Absolutely.
But some of the shit on X, I don't know if you saw it. They were like, "Oh, he's part of the Illuminati. This is his Illuminati initiation, or something along those lines."
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you know, this is an Epstein initiation, basically. You know, some shit that they would have if you were part of the Epstein crew. They would make you do, allegedly.
Jim Carrey talked about that at length not too long ago about how they would make you do shit.
Yeah,
Kevin Hart wearing a dress.
a lot of stuff, and yeah, so it was kind of weird that he did it. I mean, I thought it was creative.
It was.
I thought it was creative.
But John Cena doesn't need initiated into the Illuminati. He's already an A-lister.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean,
and why would he even want to?
A lot of people have sold their
so
souls.
much shit for other people.
Yeah, no, and I was gonna say, I mean, from what I've seen, he seems like a generally good guy and like a I mean, he's a. I don't know if a lot of people probably know this already. Like, he's a comedian.
Yeah.
Like he's a funny guy. He does a lot of funny shit.
He had a new movie come out last week with Zac Efron and Andrew Santino, Ricky Stenicki.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I almost pissed my pants during that movie.
Yeah, so I mean, he's a funny guy. So for him to come out and do something like that, that's kind of his character.
That's just him.
So I don't necessarily see that as like an Illuminati initiation. I just thought it was a creative and funny way of presenting the Oscar, and he was down for it.
But it also brought it also made the Oscars more accessible in a way. Like, if you think about the Oscar, you think about a black tie and white shirt event. I mean, like, just the stuffiest thing in the world. Like, these people are in there, they're the best of the best, the elite of the elite. Like, just fucking like, oh yeah, well, what Wagyu cut of meat did you eat today? You know what I mean? Like, just like these stuffy fuckers. And you want to like them because they're your favorite people. Like Robert Downey Jr., bro. Iron Man. I want to like him, but I can bet he's probably a fucking real schlub in real life. So by having John Cena fucking go out there and do something like that, it made it fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I just don't think there's any reason for him to need to do something like that to like for further validation. I
No.
just think it was part of the gig.
It's part of the
So
gig.
I think a lot of people were making a lot about nothing.
Absolutely.
Um,
But people like to make a lot about nothing.
yeah, no, they do, and you're gonna find that on X all the time. And a lot of this shit, like, I can understand where they're coming from, right? So the whole thing with Epstein and doing things, embarrassing things, or what's the word? I guess discrediting, like doing things for blackmail, basically.
Mhm.
Being forced to do stuff where somebody can hold it over your head. To me, what John Cena did, you can't. I mean, for one, he did it on live TV. You can't blackmail with it because the whole world knows about it. And it's not anything that's like criminal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not.
Like a lot of this other shit that happens in behind the scenes, from what I've heard, is criminal. Like
Straight up.
they're like diddling kids, and
Getting away with it.
and people are catching it on camera and holding it over other people's heads. Like, hey, you're basically mine now. Whatever I say, or else this will get leaked. And
It's crazy.
so
There's other people in the music industry we're hearing about now.
yeah, I mean, a lot of shit's coming out. I mean, that was this is a good time to tie into our next point, which I've heard about.
Did he
probably gave us this whole John Cena thing. Probably gave me the idea to even throw that down there, but or to even mention it. But yeah, Diddy's since Diddy's been in the game. I saw something the other day with Usher about how Usher was 13, hanging out with parties with Diddy, and Usher straight up said, like, I had no place to be in there. Like,
You about Bieber?
Yeah, Bieber too.
That video, bro.
Kind of creepy looking back on it.
When they do or Surviving Diddy, they're gonna have that on there. That kid was so uncomfortable, and I felt so bad.
He just
for
seems
him.
so timid. Like
like
yeah.
Did you see the game? Do you see his thing?
No.
All right, so the game.
Can we?
And you know the game.
I want to play a little
Look
bit
up
of
the game.
Hold
Look
on.
up the game and Diddy. Bro.
The game reveals how Diddy made him a boy toy.
Go down. That's not the one.
That's not it. All right,
No.
don't
Right there.
running Diddy before he signed.
Because like some of the shit he says, it's like, what the fuck?
All right, so let's wait for this ad, and then should have logged into my other account. Or yeah, the other one. This is a long ad.
It's TurboTax, man.
All right, so let's go ahead and maximize this. Make sure you guys can see. All right, I just got a black screen for now, so we're gonna go ahead and play. This is from Vlad.
Okay, so you put together this demo with JT on Get Low Records.
Mm-hmm.
Did you sign with him at that point, or was it just some homie shit?
Nah, it was just some old handshake shit, street shit.
Okay. And
This is it.
before you got with Dre, wasn't Puffy interested in working with you also?
Yeah, Puff. I was running around with Puff for a minute, but we was just partying, man. Puff liked to party. So that's basically all we did. I think the few times I was running around with D-Mac and Puff, we just did a bunch of partying. We might have went to the studio once or twice, but I didn't get to record nothing. I was just,
Right there.
you know.
Right
Okay,
there.
but I mean, Puffy was a huge deal back then.
Still a huge
You know, I mean, he's still a huge deal, but he's not doing music anymore,
Right.
is what I'm saying. Back then,
So what I
Bad
missed-
Boy was on
All right,
fire.
so this is what I was
and-
getting at.
still a
So
huge
game at the
basically
time.
all we did. I think the few times I was running around with D-Mac and Puff, we just did a bunch of partying. We might have went to the studio once or twice, but I didn't get to record nothing. I was just.
So this is before Game was the game. This is before Hate It or Love It. This is before
Right.
My Life, all that shit. So this is a kid, right? This is probably 18, right?
Yeah.
Diddy's interested in him to be a musician. Why the fuck isn't he taking him to the studio?
Well, that's what Usher said too. Usher was like, "I've been
I
here
had
4
no
days."
business being here.
Usher said, "I've been here." He told Diddy apparently, "I've been here for 4 days. I ain't been to the studio once. You're gonna get me in that studio." So
That's it, man. Like Diddy was building trust with these dudes and fucking taking them to parties. What he doesn't go into here is he doesn't talk about anything, but like, how do we know? Because I mean, this guy, he's a thug, man. And I'm not saying that in a derogatory way, but the game is a fucking tough motherfucker. You know, like he's hood. He's from the fucking streets. Like he's a bad motherfucker. He ain't gonna go out there and say that Diddy molested him, but he's gonna allude to it, and I think that that's what he's doing. Like, we went to the studio once. We're partying. We're doing all this shit. What happens when you party? You get fucked up. Diddy definitely tried something with game.
Well, here, let's check this out. This is
God, this poor kid.
oh, this is 2 minutes. Sorry, so we can watch this whole thing real quick.
This poor fucking kid, man.
So this is Justin Bieber's 48 hours with Diddy. I'm scared even.
And now on Surviving Diddy.
Yeah, so as soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this every time. Yeah, it's gonna be yours. So every time you come in LA, it's a little dusty, but you know, look at the front shot.
Man.
Right that out. Minute.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down and you gotta, you know, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
All right.
No.
16.
You're not ready.
16.
Slow down. Let's slow down, Judge.
Okay.
Let's slow down. Okay.
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when you know, when you get 16. You're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay. I get the mansion. So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
We just so check this out, yo. Justin Heathen, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like the, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go buck full.
Bieber kind of does look a little nervous.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you want to do? What you want to do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go and get some girls.
A man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about. Shit.
Man after my heart.
God, that was just creepy though.
A little bit. Bieber looked a little nervous. And then I did see one more too here. Well, I hate to belabor this too much, but
Yeah.
there was
that's it right there.
Everything's good.
So this is on TikTok. Let me how the hell continuous guess. All right. All right, so pause. So this is really looks nervous. Oh.
Everything's good. Selling out arenas and everything. Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you haven't. I mean, you try to get in contact with me, you know, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
Weird.
That's so weird. Dude.
Weird.
Like, bro, like you're a billionaire producer. Like, why do you care that he's not hanging out with you, bro? Like,
So I haven't looked into this whole thing with Diddy too much. Like, what do you know about it?
So from what I hear, Diddy's basically Epstein of the hip hop community, man. Like he was doing some weird shit with people. Meek Mill. You ever see the picture of him and Meek Mill together?
The one with the matching shirts?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
saw
fucking gay. Not to be like mean or whatever, but
I mean, that might be Diddy's
those dudes
thing
were definitely
now.
sucking each other's dicks. I mean, Diddy's just been doing weird stuff, man. Stuff with Usher, Bieber. The Game was talking about it. Like, I mean, he's a predator. there's some real predatory things that go on.
Well,
like,
what's the whole stuff that happened with him and Cassie, right? So Cassie had a lawsuit against him. You didn't know about that?
no?
You want me to go into it?
Oh, because I love Cassie.
Oh yeah, me too.
Cassie was a bad bitch, man.
All right, so let me see.
Cassie Diddy. Lipstick Alley.
I don't even know what that fuck it is. Explain. All right, so real quick, read through it so we can
All right.
get to.
Cassie sued Diddy in federal court November 16th, accusing the hip-hop mainstay of rape and decade-long pattern of abuse that began when she was 19. The R&B singer, who was once signed to Bad Boy Records, alleges sex trafficking, human trafficking, sexual battery, sexual assault, and gender-motivated violence, among other causes of action. The filing claims his controlling behavior started when she met him in 2005, after she signed a deal with Diddy's record label. The following year, he allegedly exerted complete control over her life, including her apartment, car, clothing, and even her medical records, to keep her under his thumb. According to the lawsuit, he went so far as to targeting rapper Kid Cudi, who briefly dated Cassie in 2011 during a rough patch in Diddy and Cassie's relationship, she alleges. Just one day after Cassie filed the lawsuit, she settled with Diddy out of court. As the dust settled, multiple accusers stepped forward, detailing their own sexual assault allegations against Diddy. Below, everything to know about the lawsuit, the settlement, and the music industry's response.
Wild.
Hold up. Cassie depicts the mogul, head of her former label and then romantic partner, as a textbook abuser, luring her into what she first perceived as a fatherly, protective relationship, only to find herself in an unequal and violent sexual relationship. Now, I'm not saying it was a violent sexual relationship with Bieber, but what is the first part of that compound sentence saying?
The fatherly.
Protective relationship.
Yeah.
He said he's his guardian and unequal. Diddy made it abundantly clear that he was in charge
Oh yeah, for sure.
with Bieber. That's textbook right there, bro.
Yeah. So I mean, some crazy shit. Now, Candace Owens, if anybody isn't familiar with Candace Owens, look her up on YouTube. She goes into a lot of this, apparently. I haven't watched them. I heard her mention it, but apparently Cat Williams mentioned Diddy too, right?
Hey, Cat Williams has blown up. He has exposed everything lately.
He's working on it.
And he's not wrong.
Yeah, I haven't heard him been proved wrong yet.
Cat Williams does not miss. When he shoots, he doesn't miss. Because he comes from a place of knowledge.
Actually, I listened to the Joe Rogan Cat Williams podcast. Did you?
Fantastic, wasn't
Did you
it?
listen to it?
Yes.
Cat Williams is actually pretty fucking smart. He's not a dummy.
Very smart.
He's not a dumbass, and
He is a very eloquent human being.
Yeah, and if everything he said is true, I mean, it seemed like it because he was very knowledgeable on some things that I did not expect him to really be knowledgeable about. But apparently, he reads a lot.
He's also a big golfer.
I didn't catch that part, but
So I thought it was hilarious at the beginning of that podcast when Joe Rogan was like, we never really have connected. You were always here, I was always there. Oh, well, that's because, you would never wanted to be in the building with me, Joe. He basically did that, and he called him out. No one has ever called Joe Rogan on his shit on his own podcast, and Cat Williams just did it.
yeah,
Because he doesn't give a fuck
yeah, and Joe Rogan didn't really have a whole lot to say about that.
No,
Yeah, no,
because he knew he was wrong.
yeah, but I mean, Cat Williams is pretty fucking smart.
He is.
It was like a 4 hour. What was it? A 4 hour podcast? Close to
I think it was
3 hours at least. I want to say.
I think it was just over 3 hours.
I listened to that on my way down to Florida for my cruise. If you can't tell, I'm tanned as fuck.
Bro, you're looking real Puerto Rican today, man.
Rican?
Like, Rican as
Hey,
shit.
I'll take the Rican.
I was even going to go so
get...
far as to say Dominican.
No, I'm not there yet. They're dark.
They are
They're
dark, but I'm going to tell you what, man, you're looking real Dominican right now.
Nah,
In this shade.
I'll take the Dominican. I'll take the Rican. Sometimes I even get Arabic, Arab.
Shout out Carl.
Yeah, yeah. So
I'll never forget when my dad asked me at my bachelor party, is he from Kuwait? No, Dad. No, he's not. I promise you.
yeah. But no, on the way down, I listened to that podcast. It was a very, very good podcast.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan doesn't miss with his podcast, man. He gets great guests. Did you see the new one with Kevin James?
No, I haven't.
So Kevin James, the guy from King of Queens.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And, bro, Kevin James went on a 41-day fast.
Does he look great or what?
He looks like me. I mean, shoot,
Well, he was bigger than you.
he's way bigger than me.
Yeah.
I'm down 20 pounds,
Good job.
by the way. Thank you.
Yeah.
Kevin James lost 50 pounds in 30 days by fasting for 41 days.
Jeez.
Yeah. And then he started eating and he gained it all back. But
Happens. You lose it quick, gain it quick. Lose it slow, gain it quick.
Going to the Candace Owens, point of the fact. I mean, Candace Owens, for all that she is, she's a very controversial figure. I've never known her to tell a lie.
No, I haven't heard her tell any lies. Although she was on.
She said some controversial truths.
So I don't know if you know who Destiny is, the YouTuber.
Yes, and she alleged that he was a delinquent, essentially.
Yeah, I mean,
or
she
promotes
said some,
degeneracy.
She said some. Yeah. She says some crazy things. Yes, I don't agree. I listened to Destiny. I think he's great at debating. He makes some pretty valid points. I don't agree with everything that he says, but listening to him debate and talk is interesting. I watched the one with him and Ben Shapiro. I've watched him debate Alex Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I listen to Destiny, and he's further left than I am for sure, but I like his content. But anyways, when Candace Owens was on with Destiny, there were some things that she was saying. Like, I agree a lot. I agree more with Candace Owens a lot of the time than I do Destiny, but something about Candace Owens, just the way she presents some of the stuff. Like, he was asking her. She said that she had to pay for her entire schooling, her college. But she also said that she was, she grew up dirt poor. And Destiny kind of called her out. Like, if you were dirt poor, then why did you have to pay for your college? They have assistance programs.
Yeah.
And she was like, what are you talking about? I had to pay $30,000 for my schooling. And he was like, he basically was telling her, you're either lying that you were poor or lying that you paid for your scholarship. You're paid for your schooling.
Yeah.
Because if you're dirt poor, you have assistance programs.
You absolutely do.
But she, like, the way she, like, came back at him was like, you're stupid. Like, the way, like, it was very condescending. But
well, she does that.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just, and they were having a good conversation. I just felt like she was very defensive in that moment. So maybe she is lying about something. That's why when you said she's never lied, I'm like, yeah, I don't know that she's ever, I don't know of a lie that she's purposely told. But that would probably be the closest thing.
Yeah.
If she was actually lying about it.
I think Candace Owens is a great voice for people, and but I do also think that Candace Owens becomes combative very quickly.
Yeah.
But a lot of podcasters do. I mean, or anyone. It doesn't have to be a podcaster, but I mean, like Alex Jones, that dude becomes combative the second you sneeze incorrectly because the chemtrail's turning into a homosexual.
The frogs
are gay. And he says that Sandy Hook was
He said that. He apologized for that and said he was wrong.
Did he mean it though?
Yeah, I think he meant it.
I don't. I think he meant it because he's got to pay billions of dollars.
No, I honestly think Alex Jones is a very honest man.
He hasn't been wrong about a lot. Sandy Hook, what he was wrong about. But
I mean, he's wrong sometimes, but he's honest.
That Bohemian Grove thing, he tried telling us for years. And then some shit started to come out about that.
Like I said, he's wrong sometimes, but he's honest.
He is. He infiltrated that shit too.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Dude, they took that off of YouTube.
I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
You can. You'll find it if you look hard enough.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got anything else, Tom?
I don't think we do. I think that this was a great time to be back. We definitely missed hanging out with you guys, talking to you. I said earlier in the video, if you want to chop it up in the comment section with us, let us know what you thought of the episode. Let us know what you think about Diddy Epstein. Do you think that Diddy is the monster that they're portraying him to be? I definitely do. You ever watch the Dave Chappelle show?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the player haters ball?
I remember I don't remember that episode vividly, but
The Player Haters Ball, they had a picture of Diddy, and Dave Chappelle's character goes, he always said that he didn't want anyone to see him shine. He sure looks shiny to me. In the picture, I about lost my shit when I saw it the other day, and they showed the Player Haters Ball and about Diddy, because it was like he looked like shiny in a picture with him and Meek Mill.
Oh,
And it was that, and I, dude, hey, I don't know, like, he kind of has porpoise teeth too.